Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a very special Zelda 1 randomizer race here on Gaming tonight, as we take this time to celebrate the life of our dear friend OPTLawyer, who lost a courageous and valiant battle with cancer back on November 3rd. Tonight, we honor him by not only having him on our layout, as you can see with his logo and the otter hugging the blue ribbon, but we also honor him by playing the flags that he submitted for a battle royal, the Making Bacon flags. We'll get into what those entail a little bit later. But as you can see, we've only got 3 runners on here because we wanted to make sure OPT was with us at least one more time for one more race with his flags. My name is TGE, and I'm going to be joined in the booth tonight by both Chameleon Ice and Norastra. Norastra will be joining us shortly. Chameleon Ice is here with me now. Chammy, I know this is going to be a loaded question, but how are you doing tonight, my friend?
Well, it's going to be expected. You're never ready for times like this. But hey, at least we're not alone, and we're doing something that he would have loved.
Absolutely. And it's to me what one of the other things that's awesome here is the character, the otter hugging the blue ribbon. First of all, our friend Chammy here drew that otter's name is Lutra, and he's a character from the Bay City Chronicles tabletop game that we all do as a group. And when I say we all, I mean myself, Chameleon Ice, Norastra, the 3 of us in the booth, plus Crimson Avix and Dark Falls, 2 of our runners on the screen. So with the 2 on the screen, the 3 of us here in the booth, and OPT up in the corner, all 6 of us get to do one last race together.
Indeed. And it's something we've been meaning to do anyway for a long time, so no better time to do it.
No, absolutely not. As for the flags we're going to be doing here, these Making Bacon flags, this is a little bit of an interesting thing because we've got an open level 9. So we can go in as soon as we find level 9 and take a look around. You still need the bow and the silver arrows and a sword to beat Ganon, but you don't necessarily need to get all of the Triforces. So this is truly an item hunt, and we are here to make as much delicious smoky bacon as we possibly can. So, I mean, chat, I know my answer. I'm pretty sure I know Chammy's answer, but let's get it anyway. Do y'all like making some bacon?
Bacon!
Bacon! Are you aching for some bacon? Like, bonus points if anyone's doing the Pumbaa dance and they're aching for some bacon?
I'd rather do the Timon dance, personally, but hey.
Okay, fine. I can be Pumbaa, you can be Timon, it'll be all set. And oh wait, that means when Nora shows up, he has to be Simba.
Yeah, he works more as a Pumbaa.
He's definitely more of a Pumbaa. I guess I just can't wait to be king then?
Yeah. That's fitting.
Yep. I mean, we could break out into song, but this isn't the time or the place to do that. What this is the time and the place for is to honor our friend, to have a fantastic time watching Zelda 1 Randomizer, and just to go on and to continue showing that just because we lost someone doesn't mean that they're forgotten. We're here, we're gonna honor our friend, and we hope everybody enjoys the race you're about to see. So with that, without further ado, we are going to be getting going here on this flag set. So, Chammy, since this is your first time doing this, I have a very important question for you, my friend.
Okay.
What do you want to see?
Like, in general?
Yeah. Like, how do you want to see? Like, do you want to see how trolly do you want this to be, or do you want this to be something nice and simple?
Personally, I'd like it to be as trolly as possible. Like, I definitely would enjoy seeing Silver's locked behind the raft, locked behind the recorder. Like, a nice little domino effect of things I need to get.
Yeah, or I mean, it could absolutely be like the crowd control that Krim and I did last night, where the recorder was buried deep in 8, which we thought we needed to get the ladder, but no, it turns out the ladder is buried deep inside a blue wizard infested level 6. It doesn't help that when you're doing your crowd control, chat doesn't let you have anything fun at all. No swords, no hearts, no nothing. And we are off here. And the first thing you're going to notice is all 3 of our runners here, Rick, Krim, and Dark, are going to be sitting here, and they're not going to be doing anything for the first 40 seconds. They're going to stop. And that 40 seconds is in honor of what would have been OPT's 40th birthday this past Wednesday on the 17th. So for the next 20 seconds or so, I'm also going to remain quiet for the same reason. And with that 40-second tribute up, we are off and running. As you can see, we are starting here at vanilla level 7. We do have an immediate shift in the how people are going. We've got Crim going right, Rick going right, Dark decided to go left, but now we're all going right and taking a look at what's going on here. So, Chammy, any questions so far about what you see, for strategies and all that? And also, first things first, don't do what Crim did. Don't die immediately.
Right, that seems like a bad part of the strategy. But
Yes.
I don't know, maybe it's something I just don't know yet.
I mean, maybe, but Crim does like to hug things. I mean, he does like that, and that's okay. We like hugs here. We like warm hugs. We like cold hugs. We do like a sword here that Rick has found, and I got a little excited for a second. I thought that said Lutra, but it said Lupa. But that's the closest we can get here right now, and I will accept it.
It is good enough. And I'm glad that he found that sword super quick. Usually it takes a little bit of time.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing more fun than having a sword be up on Death Mountain, and you can't get up there for a while because, well, stuff and reasons.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how long it's going to take Crim to find the sword, since it was so obvious for everybody else.
It's going to depend on how much he values this candle right now, because he's probably going to go ahead and at least burn the dead woods here a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I don't know. If he makes his way over to where that sword was, which is one of the 5 Armos caves, it's going to be pretty easy to find, because at least I know I try to prioritize the Armos cave, so if he does that, he'll find it pretty early. If he puts more value on this candle and wants to run around and burn a bunch of things, though, it may take him a little while.
Gotcha. So I'm looking here at Dark going through the graveyard. He seems to be the only one that's going in that direction. Is there like a strategy associated with that particular? Or he found a dungeon. Okay.
He did. Now we are using first quest shapes here. There are no shapes. These are going to be vanilla dungeon shapes. So we can pretty much try and figure out where we're at based on where we enter into the dungeon here. You notice we do have hidden dungeon numbers on. So there is that. So once you kind of have a bearing on where your map is, you'll kind of know where you are. We can figure it out here in a couple of things based on what we see. But to answer your question as to why go to the grave as opposed to why go anywhere else, it's because, again, prioritizing the Armos checks, you're much closer to the grave here than you are the 3 Armos on the right side of Hyrule because of your start screen. So that's probably why you would head up here. I would be doing the same thing. Crim finding level 9 in the lower left-hand corner of the Dead Woods. Good news, it's close to start. Bad news, it's a pretty crappy spot to get to.
Indeed. Though it does mean he has a fast way to get there as soon as he finds the bow and arrow, and he knows it first.
That is true, but Rick is going to find it here in a minute as well. So he's going to find level 9. So 2 of our 3 on-stream runners have found level 9. Meanwhile, Dark has found his first item, and unfortunately, it is the awful blue boomerang. But having only a sword, he's going to opt to pick it up here, which I disagree with because it's the blue boomerang, but I understand wanting to pick it up.
Hey, I'll help him with the keys that he'll run into.
I mean, depending on the HP and all that, and we do have some whiz robes here. Also, yeah, I mean, at least these are just red whiz robes, and we are in level 4. If you didn't know that already by the shape, I can tell you it's level 4 because of the location of where that key was, specifically in that key room. That is the only spot that will have, level 4 is the only spot that will have a drop in that location in a key room.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So, also, correct me if I'm wrong, but with these flags, there are dark rooms that exist, correct?
Correct, because these are vanilla shapes. You can go in a room and the lights could be shut off, and if you don't come with a light switch, like Dark doesn't have one right now, It could be taken care of.
In fact, I think Crim's the only one who has a candle.
No, Rick has a candle as well.
Rick has one too. Yep, there it is. I see it.
Yep, he did pick one from a take any road. However, Rick is also one to find a Patra masquerading as Ganon here, and that is never fun. Crim also having flashbacks to the crowd control from last night with more and more boulders. I swear, if people weren't trying to automatically kill us, they were sending just mountains and mountains of boulders. I had nightmares about them last night.
It was the strangest thing to see boulders in the dungeon. I didn't know they could do that.
Yeah, I mean, the crazy part about the boulders was apparently if you have boulders in a Gleeok room, it just creates an avalanche of boulders that kill the Gleeok. Which
was fascinating to watch. Also, the boulders look kind of like cheese for some reason when they appeared in the dungeon, probably because of the sprites. It was pretty fun.
What's wrong with an avalanche of cheese?
Not much, unless it kills you.
Well,
speaking of certain death, though, looks like Rick's trying to dive deep into 9 to probably get some reconnaissance done.
don't hate this right now. With an open 9, you can figure out where Ganon might be, where Zelda might be, and you can try and dig and find both items. Because if you
so far nothing's stopping him.
Yeah, if you know that your silvers and bow aren't in 9, that's a huge advantage to have over everybody else who is digging through other dungeons right now. So I don't hate this play at all. I don't hate Krim not going into 9, but he didn't have a sword at the time.
Right.
So Rick having the sword, I don't hate this play at all.
Indeed. See, it looks like Dark left level 4 that he was in.
Yep, he picked up the item in here. He picked up the boomerang. So he didn't continue anymore, but Heart Shuffle is on, so he is going to have to take a look and try and find a second item. Mm-hmm. But without needing the Triforce and knowing it's a pretty safe place to get to, not the worst. Also, we have, in fact, found our coast item. It is a heart container, so that hasn't changed. So at least for right now, the ladder, not needing to get that.
Nice.
We do have some any roads that we found, and they're okay. They're not the best. They're not the worst. Not the worst I've seen.
It does look like Rick's done over in 9, so he's moving on.
It got as far as he could go in 9 and said, nope, I'm done. I'm out of here. I've got a little information. I'm going to go elsewhere where there aren't 45 Patras and Wizrobes trying to kill me.
Probably a wise decision.
Not very much so. I thought for a second that Krim and Dark were on the same screen, but they were on different ones. I was wondering why they were burning different bushes.
Yeah, they were occasionally trading screens there just a moment ago, so I wouldn't fault you for that.
No, not at all. I mean, and I do love the fact that all 3 of our runners on stream here are not playing as the traditional Link sprite. We have Dark as the Wizrobe, Rick as the Moblin, and Krim as the Onion Knight. Onion Knight, of course, being the primary base form of the protagonists from Final Fantasy III.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it looks like Rick just found level 4.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I love that Onion Knight sprite. I think it's really beautiful custom work.
Oh, it's amazing. Like, the Onion Knight is good. If you haven't seen the Kirby sprite set, also, there is the other item in level 4. It's the red ring sitting open on the floor. Dark missed that, and he's going to be kicking himself for that. But Rick with a huge, huge advantage with that red ring.
Indeed. Yeah, like when you can't tell, like, what you don't need to go into all the dungeons, you need to kind of use every heart that you have. It seems here, because you're not guaranteed to get all the heart pieces or anything, because sticking around for too long would just be a waste of time.
Right. I mean, in a thing like Heart Shuffle, you're more likely to find more hearts because you're looking for everything. Also, Krim over here has found himself some Wizrobes in what I believe to be level 6.
Oh, I found the Any Key. I think, no, I was just...
Just a regular key. Yeah, no. The Any Key ain't lying about things, that's for sure. But yeah, that is in fact level 6. You can tell just based on the tail of the dragon there. So we have level 6 and level 4 found.
Nice.
So Krim realizing that the Wizrobe room he was in is going to be the staircase. That is the danger of having a dark room. As you can see in this room, the staircase is a little bit hidden here.
Oh, yeah.
Huh. So, yeah. Also of note, Red Wizrobes only have 2 HP.
They rolled low?
They did roll low. They normally have 4, so they rolled their low of 2 HP. And as promised, everybody, the 5th member of our motley crew here, Norastra, has joined us here. Nora, how are you doing?
Doing well. Happy to be here to continue honoring OPTLawyer tonight.
Yep. So we found ourselves level 9, level 4, and level 6. Krim is in level 6 right now and hasn't realized that the room he was trying to bomb in with the Wizrobes had a staircase in it.
Mm-hmm.
Because he refused to use the candle in that room. So he is forgetting that right now.
And Rick's found another dungeon here as well. I don't know which one this is yet.
Based on that compass placement, honestly, it could be a bunch of them right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Although this feels like either a 3 or a 1 based on where that is. Based on where that drop is, that's, I believe, a level 1 drop. Because I believe that's where the boomerang spawns in 1.
Yeah, that feels very much like level 1.
It very much, very, very much does. Also, apparently, Dark has found the Armos item, which we missed in the whole...
Oh, my!
Getting buried in level 6. But yeah, apparently the Armos item is the silver arrows.
That's immensely important.
Yes, that is fantastic. Shoutouts to our tracker behind the scenes, the amazing CD Improv, who is keeping us on our toes for that. So, thank you very much there.
Indeed. Thank you for catching that.
Yeah.
So that means the only thing the runners really need to find then, or at least that Dark needs to find, is just the bow. So, Nora, where do you think the bow is?
Wait, you're asking Nora where the bow is?
Well, you know,
That's
he has a lot
not
of experience looking
fair.
for it.
I mean, I guess the answer is Nora, where's the bow, and then we check where you tell us not to.
Right. It's reverse knowledge.
I do like that. Krim getting very frustrated right now as to not knowing what's going on, and Rick finding himself a wand over in our upper right-hand corner.
Nice. Is this the exploding wand flags where like they turn to fire if you get the book, or no?
I do not believe Boomstick is on.
Boomstick, right?
No,
Boomstick is
not
off.
No, but the book is the Rosetta Stone.
Oh, good. So you can understand the hit people.
Right. So they will stop saying Lupa when we get the book, if we get the book. Rick's probably not going to pick up the book. So continuing on, we've got Dark here in another level, this lovely shade of green. Nora, is the bow here? What is your psychic sense telling you?
Well, it's green, so probably not.
So that means the bow is definitely here.
Yep,
Keep digging, Dark.
100%.
No, this feels like a boomerang dungeon.
We already found one boomerang, so...
We did. Dark did find the inferior model. Also, I need to comment about something. Nora, do you see that room that Dark is in right now? That is disgusting. It is Dark Nuts and Whiz Robes.
Ooh, I hope nothing important's in there.
Tasty.
No. That's awful. It feels like Dark is in 3.
Yeah, it has that kind of awful multiple pathway level 3 options here.
Mm-hmm. I find a ladder. That could be very important or useful.
3. Wow. No, Rick finding the power bracelet and the wand over in level 1 there in the grave. Dark finding the ladder in level 3. And Krim just finding himself in this lovely shade of lavender here in the forest in the 100 Secret.
It's a pretty dungeon.
At least, you know, I say that Rick finds the power bracelet and the wand in 1, and Dark from the ladder in 3. That's just me taking my best guess based on what I'm seeing here. I could be entirely wrong until we find a map.
Right, we don't know exactly which dungeon it is for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Although if he picks up the Triforce, that tells us by the Triforce position, correct?
It does, although now, seeing where he is, yeah, Dark is in 3.
That is 3.
That is 3. That can confirm it's 3.
So, do picking up the Triforces do anything for you in these seeds, aside from like filling your health up to full?
They will fill your health up, and if you have the recorder, they will allow you to travel back to a dungeon to dig it later if you need to.
Right, that is important in case like the runners do miss an item or two.
Yep, and right now we have one of our favorite classical Hyrulean movies being played over on Dark Screen. That's, of course, Dances with Gleeoks.
This ends only in one way.
Yes, with a dead Gleeok. And we've also found a smorgasbord of Wizrobes. Did we ever determine what the name for a group of Wizrobes was?
It was a nope. We've established this.
A nope?
A nope of Wizrobes. Yep, you see the pile of Wizrobes, you're like, nope, I'm out of here.
The most common word for them, yes.
Yup. So Rick here in level 6. Chat is saying that they think Krim is in level 5. I'm agreeing with level 5 here.
Not sure how you can tell just yet, but I guess they've been watching the positioning very closely.
Yeah, you can tell just sort of based on how far up you're going and what section of the map you're in. There are only certain levels that have certain places in the sections, so
Gotcha.
that's where we're guessing with that. And we do find a heart container here in the dungeon of 5, and I think Krim doesn't know what to do with that many hearts. I don't think he had that many all last night.
No. In fact,
No.
he frequently had none.
I also frequently had none.
This is true. Dark unfortunately found one of the first muggers, I think.
Yeah, we have a heart containing their first taking that Dark has found. Rick did find a staircase in that Wizrobe room and has continued on through level 6. Krim continuing through level 5. Dark dancing in the dead woods, continuing back to the grave, probably going back to the level 4 area where he was at.
And you got a nice lucky clock to take care of all those Gibdos.
Nothing wrong with a clock. I prefer clocks in Wizrobe rooms. The only time I don't want to see a clock is if there's a room full of hands.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so now we have a question. We have something that was brought up in chat that I think is a great discussion to have while we got our runners perusing through some more dungeons here. Our wonderful tracker has brought up in chat that brunch should be banned. Now, thoughts on this statement, everybody?
I mean,
personally, I think brunch is fine. I think Lupper needs to go die in a fire.
Well, hold on. Lupper?
You not heard of Lupper?
I've never heard it called that. I mean,
I hear it constantly.
I've had Brenner before.
Yeah, no. Lupper is usually what it means when, like, you're going to be eating dinner, but it's early enough that you're not good that, like, it's not lunch, it's not quite dinner, but it's late enough that you're not going to be able to eat later in the night, you'll just be hungry.
See, I thought that was just going to my grandparents for dinner.
Yeah, that's probably accurate, too.
and meanwhile, Rick getting Wizrobed in an NSU room and finding a shoot room right after that, and just, I'm done here.
Rick's one advantage, though, is he does have the red ring.
He does, so he has a kind of health advantage over our runners.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like Krim has found himself. Speaking of breakfast, we have a room full of not pancakes, but abless waffles.
Whatless waffles?
Abless waffles.
Abless?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Well, because waffles have that ridge, like a set of abs do. So instead of having abs on the waffles, pancakes are abless waffles.
Okay. That's a terrible name for them, and I hope to never use it.
You don't like them?
Not very much. I mean, I love pancakes, don't get me wrong. But, oh no. Oh no, he means to do that. Okay. So right now, I'd probably say Dark has the lead just because of the silvers alone, but it feels like Rick's getting a lot of knowledge of just, like, the item and dungeon layouts right now.
I mean, I would agree. I would say that Dark definitely has that advantage, but Rick having the knowledge advantage and also having the red ring and the wand definitely helps, but Dark having the ladder is huge.
It is a big deal.
Yeah, also, apparently, chat does not like me calling pancakes or abless waffles.
Good. Chat is very, very smart tonight.
I mean, Nora can confirm this. Abless waffles aren't even the worst nickname I have for things.
No, but we can't say those on Speed Gaming.
We certainly
anywhere
can.
else.
Wait, now you don't want to admit that I call cows moo kitties?
There is that.
Yes, what is wrong with calling them moo kitties?
Meanwhile, Krim becoming breakfast.
Yeah.
Yep. We do have a white sword that has been acquired. Dark going ahead and picking up with the full 6 hearts. Rick, unfortunately, not able to get the weaponry upgrade with only the 4 he has.
Oh no, so now Dark has the offense upgrade, but Rick has the defense upgrade.
Yes.
So
and Krim just wants an upgrade.
Yeah, poor Krim. Oh, goodness. Actually, answer a question for me here, because it's something I'm seeing. I'm sure everybody else is going to be doing the same thing. Why is Krim not taking the time to light up the dark rooms that he's in with the candle that he has?
Because when we're looking for the room drop, in this case the heart drop for the dungeon shuffle, it can't be in a dark room, so there's no need to light it up, especially if you kind of understand knowing what's in the room. So if you understand what the room is, there's no need to switch over to the candle to light it up, and there's no reason to kill the dark room unless it's in your way with a door, because it's not going to have what you're looking for.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, It's one of those things where the more you play the game, the more you start to understand what the rooms are and how they are, even if you can't necessarily see them.
Yeah, because the rooms, I suppose, can only be certain shapes.
Yeah. So speaking of rooms, the room Rick just left would be the menagerie or the petting zoo, and that room is absolutely useless even when it's lit up.
Yes, because there's nothing in there but pain, suffering, and So Rick is in the lovely green level. Dark is in this fantastically toothpaste blue level.
Oh my! It's a little blinding, isn't it?
It is a little blinding here, but my question is if with the color of this level, if Dark doesn't find anything in here, will he be crestfallen?
Oh, your puns hurt. It hurts more than I can't come up with ones to match it.
And Krim went ahead and in the lovely level 5 did find himself everybody's favorite thing, log. Nora, do you want to sing the log song?
No, you can sing it this time.
Oh, I can sing the song. It's log, it's big, it's heavy, it's wood. It's log, it's better than bad, it's good.
That loses some magic when you just say it.
It does, but I don't want to sing it too hard. We did find a red candle in the level that Rick is in. He said, nope, no thank you, I don't need that. I've got myself a wand, a red ring, a power bracelet. I'm perfectly content having.
Poor Dark.
Poor Dark. the two types of commentators. The one who are like, yes, we want to see more trolling, and then there was like, oh, he died, poor person. I love it. It's great.
Oh, and speaking of poor person, Rick in this Dark Nut room.
Oh, that is bad, but he, like I said, the one advantage he does have is the wand and the red ring, which will allow him to face tank things a little more, but still, you don't want to be face tanking blue Dark Nuts, as you can see. They're still doing half the heart.
Oh my.
I would expect Rick at some point in the very near future to decide to block clip and get out of the Dark Nuts way if he doesn't find success.
Although
he's doing pretty well.
Yeah. The thing about the wand is it has a really weird long hitbox, so you can actually hit some more of the Dark Nuts without having to go really near them. Dark finding another heart container as Krim continues to traverse the overworld in hopes of finding something worth taking.
I suppose he does have the advantage over the others right now for having the raft, so if something is raft blocked, then Krim might have the upper hand.
That is true. The only upper hand there, of course, being is if the bow is what is raft blocked.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he'll go check that spot right now since that is an item he has, or is he probably going to wait?
Yeah, if you're passing by and you have the raft, you absolutely check it. There's no reason not to check it. Rick going to go ahead pick up his ladder from 3. Also, we now know that the red candle is the second item in 3, so we have a pretty good idea of where most of our stuff is, except the one big thing that we're missing, of course, that being the bow. Dark is in level 8, as you can see by the lion head key shape on the map we just found.
And this flag set, if you're not digging 9, level 8 is a fantastic spot to be in.
Yes,
and why is that?
3 items.
3 items, right.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so...
And Dark's probably got to dive right back into there, because he has plenty of items to get.
You know that for sure. That is a very interesting little map style of how we ended up here in level 9. Rick going back into 9 now that he's got his arsenal here, his ladder, his bracelet, his wand, his red ring, much more reasonably equipped to take on level 9 here, but still missing 2 things, and we know one of them isn't in here. But
exactly.
He did just find where Zelda is.
Oh, Dark.
Yep.
He found Zelda. Wow, nice.
Yeah, Rick found Zelda. Dark finding objectively the best banana, and opting to not pick it up, not even to give me the satisfaction of him picking it up. So sees it, says nope, and moves on with everything. I am very disappointed with him, and next time we game and I'm running as the GM, I will make sure to kill whatever character he is playing.
Oh yeah, it's Dark's turn to die.
Well, knowing him, he will kill still and somehow kill himself.
Yes, and somehow Nora's character will still be dead and he won't even be in the combat.
Exactly.
Oh, there is the book. So that's another item for Dark here in level 8. He will be able to understand the old men now. So unfortunately, down in the lower left-hand screen, we will no longer be able to hear them say "lu-pa, lu-pa."
Oh, I'm gonna miss it.
But you can still have it on the top of your screen.
Yay!
Nora, Chammy,
Yes.
I'm not sure if you saw this, but chat wants me to make more good puns.
You've made a good pun?
I'm just saying they're encouraging me.
No, they're trying to tell you make some good puns, Tej.
All puns are good puns.
That is objectively false.
Well, because every pen by default is bad, and the worse the pun, the better it is.
I don't like where this train of thought's going.
Then throw the track switch.
We could do without that train of thought.
Yes, we absolutely could. But Krim now back into this level that gave him the business earlier, now opting to have his candle out. But the question is he going to use it here in this room to figure out what he missed? And no, he just realized it finally that is the staircase. So yay, we have figured that out. Rick continuing his quest and perusal through level 9 here, coming upon some Vyres, which he might be able to kill with the wand. He might not be able to kill with the wand. Who knows?
Also, I just realized all the runners did find the silvers, so that mystery is solved for everybody.
Yes, it's one of those things where when the silver arrows are your Armos item, it's something you can just sort of walk over. You can just accidentally gloss over it and miss it. And the same thing happens if an item spawns on top of you in a dungeon or you happen to walk over one. Sometimes you'll hear the thing and not know what you got, especially if it's an item like the silvers where you don't have the bow, or an item in your top row that doesn't have actually any actual function in your active AP slots. Mm-hmm. So it is something that you can be confused with that. Or say you had the blue boomerang, for example, and the yellow boomerang spawned on you. You'll hear the noise, but you won't ever see what you got, and it can be very confusing sometimes.
Oh yeah, especially if you're tracking it yourself.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, Nora, I'm assuming but say you've had that happen to you. I've had that happen to me. We've all had it happen, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had it happen in a tournament race where I had marked that I found something, I didn't know what, so I just marked a boomerang and kept moving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not wrong. Dark continuing to search through what we've discovered is level 5 here. Krim continuing to search through level 6, and Rick delving into the skull of level 9. He's in the lower right-hand corner right now, which is always a fun place to be.
For sure. So, judging by the way the items are shaking out, it looks like the bow might be in 7.
7 is a very good spot for it now. We also haven't seen level 2.
Correct.
So there's also a spot for it. We do have the 2 items here in 9, the 2 items in 7, the 2 items in 2. So, I mean, statistically speaking, there's a pretty even chance for it to be in any of those. We also still have 1 item remaining in 8, if my math serves me correctly.
So the bow and such can be found in level 9. The important items can be in there?
Yes, with level 9 being open in this flag set, important items can in fact be in level 9.
Okay.
Yep, so we've got Dark being absolutely given the business by the blue Landmos there. Oof. That is never a fun spot to be in. They decided they were going to play hacky sack with a whiz robe. Which I'm not sure how you play hacky sack with a whiz robe, but it's entertaining, that's for sure.
He just gets buffeted back and forth. Nice and easy.
Mm-hmm. And Landmo is playing hacky sack with a whiz robe. That's why Karok exists in Z2, because he got tired of being played hacky sack with and said, "I'm going to be the boss now."
I shall hacky sack you.
Exactly. Nora, did you ever fight Karok in Z2?
No.
Did you ever even fight Horsehead in Z2?
No.
Why the aggressive hate for Z2?
I can't get past the first temple.
I mean, yeah, it's a pain. It's a pain, but it's a fun pain. Krim also having a white sword now. He's probably still having a little bit of trepidation with that. He's probably assuming that any time chat is going to come in and donate crowd control coins to take that sword away from him. Which, by the way, if you haven't seen that yet, go back ahead after you watch this live race and check out that. It was 3 hours of pure torture and fun. It was absolutely amazing. And again, it was another thing we were doing to honor OPTLawyer. I did a crowd control to raise money for Nami, his favorite charity, and again, just to honor him. So this is just sort of like the continuation of the celebration of his life we've been doing throughout all of the different places online that he was a part of, that he touched, and I hope things like this continue, because even last night, though it was torturous with everything that was happening, it was an absolute blast and an honor to raise that money. So,
and it was definitely, I think, something that he would have found to be very beautiful. Not only because of donating such a beautiful charity like Nami to help people with mental illness, but also because he had to watch you suffer with Krim, and it was for entertainment and for a good cause.
Exactly. Nothing wrong with that. We did find our first item in 9, and that, of course, is the heart container. So that does give more credence to Channy's proclamation of bow in 7. So, for the record, I'm going to throw this out there. If Chammy is correct with this bow in 7 proclamation, I'm saying this right now, Chammy, every time I stream, every time I play the game, I'm like, all right, Chammy, where is it? Tell me where it is. Where is it? Let's go.
You gotta be blowing your dice before you go to the tables.
Yep, come on. Yeah. And Rick has found Ganon.
Yeah, so Rick is missing now just one piece of the entire puzzle here.
Goodness, he has so much information. As soon as he finds that bow, he is off to the races.
He is, and I mean, the bow is the most important part of this. The bow is the bacon maker. Speaking of that, Nora, you weren't here at the beginning, so you didn't hear this, but we determined that, because we have the 3-man booth here, and we're talking about making bacon and aching for bacon, we determined that Chammy was Timon, you were Pumbaa, and by default I had to be Simba. Although, I think now the more I think about it, I think the better comparison would have been Shenzi, Benzi, and Ed.
That's actually
probably absolutely more accurate.
Yes, and yeah, I can't think of a better comparison for the 3 of us.
I mean, nope. We're definitely the 3 hyenas. Absolutely. And now chat posing the hard question: which one of us is which?
Well, I think Ed is clearly Nora. If I had to guess.
I was going to say I'm Ed. There's no way around it.
Yep, Nora's definitely Ed. Dark is in level 1 here, finding the wand. So I guess, Chammy, I'll let you pick whether you want Shenzai or Benzi, and I'll take the other one.
Oh, do I go with Cheech or do I go with Whoopi Goldberg?
I know, both good options.
I know. I'll probably take Shenzi just because you're probably the one that likes to go with us on more, I think.
Oh, absolutely. I like to goad you on more. I'm a dungeon master.
Exactly.
But we do have more Patras here in level 9.
Which not even going to try to fight this thing.
Nope, going to go ahead and skip by it. I love being able to clip here, and he didn't take that staircase. He's just trying to find the second item now, so he knows whether he has to peace out and find the bow, or if he can go and just make himself some delicious smoky pork strips.
I'm always very impressed by the writers when they're able to take those really quick block clips, especially when they're in the midst of being attacked. There's just no panic. He just smoothly just does it in and out.
Yeah, that's one of those things where, the first time you do a block clip, you're just excited to do it, and then it becomes one of those things where it's okay, yeah, this, there are still hard places to do it and hard ways to do it, but eventually it becomes one of those things where if you're doing it with certain items, like the sword, the wand, things like that, then you're probably gonna be okay with it. And Dark has found himself level 7. We can tell by where he's entering, and this is interesting because 7 is power bracelet blocked.
That is interesting, and that means Krim does not have the power bracelet. So if there is something important in here, he could be out of luck.
Very much could be. He will have to go back into. He hasn't found level 1 yet, though. So as soon as he finds 1 and is able to get the power bracelet, we're in a much better spot for him. And he has found both items in 3, of course, this being the red candle and the ladder. Never going to be upset with the ladder. That's a much easier location than the last race he found one in.
So many Wizrobes, so little time.
Yes. Also, we have a bomb upgrade for Dark. 81 rupees
And he's
for
taking it.
5 bombs. That is absolutely delicious.
Indeed. And Dark is fully equipped here. There's so many bombs and so many keys.
Yes, but here's the big question. Do we trust Dark with that many explosives?
No.
No.
Okay.
But with him having 8 keys, he's probably going to find the any key here in 7.
Oh, more than likely.
That's probably how it goes.
Yep. Rick continuing his trek through 9, finding yet another staircase here as Krim has found his way to the Vanilla White Sword Cave, but only, unfortunately, has the old woman taking some money. And again, Chammy, correct, we do have ourselves a recorder. So, of course, the most important question on the recorder is, what's the tune going to be?
I'm terrible recognizing the songs.
Yes, but the rule with the Z1R recorder is if you're not sure, guess a Final Fantasy song and you're probably right. Or you're at least close.
That is very true. Or you can just guess the Super Mario Bros. 3 whistle, and it's probably that too.
I mean, if you don't have the tune on, absolutely. Yeah, Krim deciding he wants to hug more of the overworld enemies here at the spot to the north of Vanilla Level 1. He's sent all the way back to Recorder Lake. Rick continuing through Level 9, killing more of these Vyres and now some Zols. And Dark is, well, he now knows where Level 9 is because we have helpful hints because we have the bug.
Indeed. Dark's making a lot of serious progress here in 7, but I'd love to see the map that Rick has of 9 right now, because he just knows this place back and forth already now.
I mean, he's shown it a couple times, and he has explored a lot of this 9.
Yeah, I mean, if I were to guess, I would say Rick's map of 9 looks like a skull.
Yeah, mostly.
So Krim has finally found level 4 over here in the grave, and he is going to be rewarded with something that he desperately probably wants, that of course being the red ring.
Mm-hmm. That'd save him a lot of grief.
It
so
would
Dark
save more
finds a
grief.
heart container there.
So Dark has found both the heart container and the recorder here in level 7, so that means level 2 looking like a prime candidate here for our bow, and Krim, of course, picking up the blue boomerang. You know he's smiling and mentioning my name under his breath as he's doing that.
No, there's no mentioning your name under his breath. That was a full-on cheer for seeing that first.
I don't know why everybody hates me.
Probably because it's fun.
I mean, yes.
I mean, you did spend 2 hours goading chat on last night.
Oh, you were asking for the hate last night in chat, yes.
Look, it's not my fault. I have a sign here right next to this that says, "Come on, chat, do better." And also one that pointed out firmly to Nora where the bow was.
Yeah, thankfully it was on the coast. We didn't have to find it.
No, we just had to find the thing to find it.
Right.
Also, Krim going full on pretty in pink here as the wonderful Pink Onion Knight picking up the red ring.
Yeah, Krim has to feel a lot more confident now with that happening, because he's been suffering quite a few deaths tonight, it seems.
Yep. I mean, he's not even going to fight me when I say this. Him having a lot of deaths and hugging things on the overworld is pretty common. Like, he'll admit he hugs way too many things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we do have a lot of people here asking about items. So here's the thing to note, is Heart Shuffle is on. So for items that normally have, dungeons normally have 3 items, if you see a number there, you know, it's one of those, we may have all the items, we may not. We know that level 1 has at least the Power Bracelet and the Wand. Level 4 is complete. Level 5 had Heart Container and Wrap. Level 8, we still have an item outstanding, I believe. Level 7 was the Recorder and a Heart Container, so we're good on that. So it is one of those things where level 2 seems to be the most likely candidate for the bow. However, this level 9 that is absolutely giving Rick the business could also be a location for it.
Could be. And Dark here is back in level 4, I believe, probably thinking that he might have left the bow in here. So hopefully he takes that red ring and jumps for joy.
But instead, he's going to take a Gleeok Fireball straight to the face.
Oof.
Yeah. So Nora, question for you.
Yeah.
So you know these flags, you play these flags, you watch these on Wednesday. You're about 40 minutes in here right now. If you're any of our three runners here, if you're anyone on, doing this race at all, what are you thinking right now?
So experience is this flag set has one of two settings. It's either you're going to fight Ganon with 3 hearts and you're going to be done in 30 minutes, or good luck, the seed's about to play you.
Speaking of being done in 30 minutes, not quite 30, but we do have our first finisher at about 40 minutes, specifically 39 minutes and 51 seconds. Our first finisher is Psytown.
Wow, that is fantastic.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
So that does lead me to believe that there's not some convoluted path. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean Psytown is one of the top runners in the Z1 community, as we find the second heart in 9. So Rick now has the information. He's not where he needs to be.
Uh-huh.
Yes. But the one thing he does know is when he comes back in, he'll have the full path to Zelda and Ganon. He knows exactly where he needs to go.
Exactly. See, remind me here, which dungeon is Krim in? Do we know yet?
Krim is in level 1.
Level 1, right.
Krim is in level 1. And Psytown finishing that early leads me to believe that we might have missed an item here in 1, and that it's the bow.
Or that...
that room right there. That room right there with the Wizrobes.
Yeah, yep, that room right there screams trouble.
If I'm Krim right now, I take this Triforce in this room, I come back and fight those Wizrobes.
Or yeah, chat pointing out 2 possibly being Raft Block and that being the solution.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, there's the heart container in 1, so we know it's not here.
Yeah.
There we go then.
Oh, Krim's all done there.
And very happy not to have to fight that blue wizard
Indeed.
mess.
Yeah,
It
I
doesn't
don't.
matter. Oh, go on.
Yeah, no, I would say I don't hate the. Oh, I have all 3 items. I'm just going to take the Triforce, which is right above me, and get the free heal.
Exactly.
And Krim immediately going to find level 7 here, right next to level 1. Good news for him is has the recorder. Bad news for him, it's level 7.
Yes.
Yeah, level 7's never a dungeon you want to dig. It's huge, it's awful, and very rarely does it have what you want in it.
Yep. I mean, Dark, forgetting he picked up the blue boomerang and the red ring here in level 4, he's found both items here in 4.
Oh, he's just digging around for nothing then.
It's also pretty in pink.
It is a little bit blinding.
It is.
I think he's realized now that he's been here already.
Yep. And there he goes, but we're going to pack out our way out. Krim getting a bomb refill, the +5 here in level 7 with the bombs. 81 rupees for +5 bombs is... You're always happy to see that.
Indeed. So my guess that these runners are probably right now... well, the only thing left to check really are level 6 and level 2, right?
6 had at least a heart container. We know that for sure, because we saw that in the staircase. 2 is still outstanding. We have no idea where level 2 is hiding at all.
Rick taking a red potion. Always good to prepare.
At this point, Rick's thinking he's got enough with what he's got. His solution is bow and Ganon. So he's prepping for Endgame here, 100%.
For sure.
Yeah. And Rick also does know where the white sword is at, so if he makes his way back up to the crossroads, one screen to the right of Monocle Rock, then he will have himself a sword upgrade too. And there is the Manhandla, threatens with the ladder hint there in 6 for Dark. Rick has found himself the lovely Lavendel level 5. Krim has found himself a Triforce in level 7. And yeah, here we go again. For those of you who are a fan of the color blue, the left side of our screen is here for you. We've got dark blue with the red water on the upper left-hand side, the lovely powder blue Elsa ice level here on the bottom of our screen. So if you are a fan of blue, then we got you covered.
So what you're saying is we've got Duke versus North Carolina over here on the left side, being basketball season and all.
I mean, if you want to make a reference to Tobacco Road, absolutely. And now I want Rick to be in a red dungeon so we can have NC State involved, too.
And I'll just be over here, like, saying, I liked the Bulls.
Hey, Chicago's red.
Yeah, they're red.
Yeah, we're crazy.
Indeed.
We are absolutely crazy. Krim going ahead and throwing a bomb there at the Dig Dogger and just walking away. Didn't even bother blowing the recorder. Just said, I'm good. I don't have to deal with this anymore. Krim kills the Wizrobe, gets the clip anyway, and does find himself another heart container. So he's done here in level 7. Dark continuing to go ahead and murder Keese here in level 6. And Rick is going to go ahead and vertically equip this Tea Room in level 5.
I see this done so rarely. I'm not even quite sure how it works.
Well, I mean, the vertical clip is actually something you see commonplace in the vanilla speedrun because it's actually the ladder clip used to get by the Tea Room in level 4. But how the clip works, it's very similar to the setup of the... there's level 2, Krim with the recorder at the start
screen. Oh my!
Krim with the genius level play of the recorder here. Beautiful. And as I was saying, there's the any key. The way that the clip works is very similar to how the block clip works. You set yourself up on the right pixel and then tap in the other direction.
Okay.
But yeah, basically the ladder clip setup is a lot harder because you don't have as much of a leeway as you do with the block clip. Right. But it's the concept behind it is the exact same.
I see.
Yep. Rick finding his first heart container here in level 5. Krim continuing his path through level 2, and I believe we found he found the first thing he needed level 2 again. That was the any key.
Indeed, he still hasn't found. There's 2 items in level 2, correct?
Well, he just found a heart container, so he is
that
done with 2.
Bo's the third item in 8.
It has to be at this point.
That's the only spot we haven't checked. Bo is the third item in level 8.
Curious. I wonder why the runners only found 2 items in left in 8 instead of looking for the third.
It could be a situation of not having enough resources to make your way through the level, because 8 tends to be, it's a big dungeon, not the biggest on the overworld, that's for 7 and 9's distinctions. But, if you don't have enough resources and the enemies in there are just overwhelming you, then, sometimes you just gotta say, I'm gonna come back later. And, in Dark's case, he picked up 2 of the 3 items in there. Statistically speaking, having the other dungeons he had to check made a lot of sense.
I can see that. It's taking a gamble, basically.
Yeah, no, and it's a concerted gamble there to have 2 items, to be very overwhelmed with what you're seeing in a dungeon, to be like, yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah, and very easily could have run into a block such as a Dig Dogger or I guess the Dig Dogger is the only thing we could really run into that would stop us without the recorder. But now that we've got it.
Yep. But both Krim and Dark here in the depths of level 6? I mean, have we seen the second item in 6?
I still think we haven't seen the second item yet.
I know we've seen the stair item is the heart container. I don't remember if we've seen the floor item.
I don't recall.
So it could be here too. Also, Dark almost getting Y-forced there, walking into the room, and decides he's just going to avoid all of that with all of these Wizrobes. And yeah, I can see why you wouldn't want to deal with this level 6 either. Wizrobes and Darknets Abound. Krim running into the same issue that Dark almost ran into with the Y-force there. But now he's going to go ahead and, with the red ring and the white sword, just face tank these blue Wizrobes.
That looks like an awful room, but he's handling it pretty well.
So we lied that the bow could still be here in this 6 as well. And I think your definition of very well, Chammy needs a little work. He's handling it.
Hey, he's on the boat!
Wow.
Oh, Krim.
Krim is now officially in go mode. He's on his way to level 9. What a spot for that!
Wow!
Remember when I said I wanted it to be in a Wizrobe infested dungeon? It was in a Wizrobe infested dungeon.
You got your wish.
Yes, I did.
That is a fantastic spot for that.
Goodness, and what a turnaround too.
Really is. That's the second night in a row poor Krim has had to fight a Wizrobe infested level 6 to find the item he needed for go mode. Both of them led to the bow. One was the ladder, one is the actual bow. Much better equipped here tonight with the white sword and the red ring.
So now it's more between like Krim and possibly Rick here. The trick for Krim is going to be trying to get through level 9, knowing nothing about what's inside of it, before Rick can grab the bow and just get in there and get out.
True. I mean, that's absolutely true. The problem is Rick right now is not in level 6, he's in level 8.
Exactly.
So Krim's advantage right now is the fact that he's exploring level 9, and he can actually, when he comes into Ganon, he can just go ahead and make the bacon that we're all here to enjoy, as Rick has found himself his holiness Lord Banana, and none of them going after the banana. I'm going to have to talk to y'all. Like, I'm disappointed in everyone.
A level of disrespect is warranted in your case, Teach.
I mean, you're not wrong. Rick gonna go ahead and pick up the book here in level 8 as well. A little French vanilla book action. French vanilla just because it's not in the stairs. Rick gonna go ahead and make his way into the other staircase here, but that's just a transport staircase, so we don't have to worry about that. Krim going full-on machine gun with his arrows. Gonna have to be wary, though. He only has 14 rupees. So he doesn't want to go too crazy with them here, because he is going to need at least one to make the bacon we're all here to enjoy.
He's still moving through this dungeon at a pretty nice clip, though. Like, he's... Never mind.
Yeah,
we call that a commentator's curse. Welcome to the club.
Yeah, half a heart. You're not making it through this night on a nice clip. You're going back to start at some point.
Well, he was just mowing through the rooms. He was taking damage, but...
Yeah. So, I mean, the Wizrobe infested level 6 with the bow. Absolutely a horrible, horrible spot for that. But, you know, at least we had red ring and white sword for it.
Indeed.
Krim, again, going through all of his money, losing it, and now going to go back to the wand, which I think is the much better call here. Finds the compass, and he now knows where he has to go for to find himself Zelda. Now just a matter of finding Ganon, and he's going to have to be careful here as Rick finds the third item in level 8, the heart container, because Krim only has 2 rupees.
He can't afford to miss a shot.
So, question for you, Teej.
Yes.
How do you feel about finding the compass in level 9? How does that... Well, Krim's going to stumble right into Ganon here.
He found Ganon!
The compass is interesting because it depends on when I find it. Because if I find the compass early, I am making a path over to where the compass leads me. So I know my path to get to Zelda. And if I happen to stumble across Ganon along the way, I'm awesome.
Krim got him!
Great stun lock there from Krim. The problem with the compass in 9 is it can lead you on a path you don't want to go to because you can try and force your way there and not get there at all.
Oh, Zelda looks like she's right next to Krim, though, here. So it should be a pretty easy pickup for him.
Yep, absolutely. Gonna go ahead and head right here, and Crimson Avex is gonna find himself Zelda, and he is gonna go ahead and be the first of our on-screen racers to finish. Gonna be our 3rd finisher overall. We did have Alsoa finish in 2nd place with a time of 46:22, and that's gonna give Krim a 3rd place finish here with a time of 54 minutes and 8 seconds.
Marvelous job, Krim.
That is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. Rick back in level 6 here, where he absolutely needs to be. Dark is in the room he needs to be in, but he is so low on HP that he's going to have to be very, very careful here. And unfortunately, the Wizrobes do not want to give up the goods and the treasure that they are guarding. Go ahead and have themselves a bite of that Wizrobe, the Link Rose did. And we are joined in here by Krim. So first of all, GG's friend.
Dark is leaving.
Dark is leaving 6. No, that's fine. I have to ask the question. The important item you need to finish in a wizrobe-infested room in level 6. Having flashbacks?
We bet. But knowing that my option was either to go back to 6 and try to find a floor item, or keep searching for 8, which I knew had 3 items in it, or go to 9, which had 2. So, of course, naturally, I choose the worst of the 3 options because it's going to pay out.
Of course.
Of course, that's how this game works.
Yeah, so you had a fantastic fight for the bow there. Dark was in that bow room as you joined us here and got completely bodied. Rick also getting bodied in that bow room. So you just had, came in with the right amount of hearts and just absolutely got what you needed done in that one.
Yeah, well, when I saw the heart in level 2, I figured at that point, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go back to 6 right now. I'm going to search. If it's not there, I'll go to 9. If not, then I'm probably going to lose a lot of spots because I have no clue where 8 is. But that's why I picked up the Triforce, because I'm like, I know it's Wizrobe infested. I know there's that Dark Knot room followed immediately by that Wizrobe room. And I'm probably not going to get through there, even with Red Ring on 3 hearts. So I just went in there, I had full health, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just face tank this whole thing. And got that lucky fairy as well.
Yes, the fairy was huge where you had 1 heart left.
So, yeah, I was happy to see Bo there, to be quite honest.
So the next question I have for you, friend, is did you forget vanilla maps were on at first?
No. When originally I thought it was level 6.
Well, yeah, because you missed the staircase like 3 times.
Well, yes. Well, I thought it was level 6. I went to the left, saw the old man, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'm mistaken. Because I haven't played with vanilla maps in such a long time, I'm like, maybe it's level 8. So I went and I bombed, and I thought I stepped over far enough that I would have went into the staircase, but apparently I didn't.
Okay.
And after I left, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, that was a dark room. That's a staircase. That was level 6.
Yeah.
Because I swore I stepped on it, and I'm like, then I realized afterwards. But by that time, I was already elsewhere, and I'm like, I'll go back to it later. And then I went back there, found the heart in the staircase, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this combat right now.
Yeah, no, it was level 6 is the past couple of nights have not been kind. Not been kind at all.
No. Actually, the one thing I did forget, and you probably did notice this, is I forgot that in these flags that it wasn't second quest rooms, so I kept on clearing rooms unnecessarily, trying to push blocks in rooms that they wouldn't push.
I'll be honest, I didn't notice that.
I did see you once or twice, like, pushing blocks that didn't push. I just figured, I didn't know any better to think that was a second quest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the hazards of playing as many flags as we've got with the randomizers that we forget.
Yeah, and I know that the flags that like you and I tend to play, Krim, a lot of times second quest staircases is on by default just because it gives more variety. So yeah, I do the same thing. Like I'd be sitting there checking them all the time too.
Yeah, and to be quite honest, I was a little frazzled anyway because I was totally excited to get back on my actual NES tonight after playing on emulator pretty much the past, well, there was crowd control last night, and then before that it was all of our co-op stuff that we did Lewis scripting with. So I was excited to get back on the NES, and for some reason the ROM would not load.
Oh.
So I had to quickly switch over to emulator, and yeah.
That explains the little cropping issues we were seeing when we first started.
Yeah.
I see.
Also, I have to ask because I think it's the most appropriate thing we could have gotten because we don't have anything custom here in the randomizer. But did you appreciate the same way we did that the old man with the book said Lupa, which is as close as Lutra as we're going to get?
Yeah, I mean, definitely not bad. Also, well, let's see here because I know it took a lot of early deaths.
I'm going to go with 12.
had to hit the right controller, not my NES controller.
Hey, a good call on the 12. I mean, it probably helped that I did save not too long before that.
Also, chat needs to know, Krim, did you track tonight?
First of all, I want to know what the bets are on.
We didn't make any odds.
Okay, Teach. You are a moderator of speed gaming. Why is there not a projection on here?
Because I forgot I could do that. And you're also a mod. You can do it too.
I know I can, but I was racing.
Yeah, I was
As soon as the question came up, you should have started asking.
You're right, I probably should have. But there's the 12 deaths for Krim. Dark has found his way here to level 2, found the 4-room level 2 and is out of there, got the ending, he got a heart container. Rick is back in level 6 again, with only the 3 hearts. He's where he needs to be, he just doesn't want to kill the room he needs to kill. Or they don't let him kill the room he needs to kill.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's more of a them letting him versus him wanting to.
Well, such an unattractive room. You wouldn't want to clear it.
No, absolutely not. Nobody goes into it and says, I want to clear a room of blue Wiz robes.
So I do see Boletta asking. So my assumption is that someone asked if I was because of last night.
Yes.
And the answer is no, I was not tracking. I was a lot more confident that my game would not crash tonight, so no,
So
I was not tracking, but I did know where I've been and what was where and what I've grabbed out of where. I knew how many items I needed, and so I wasn't as nearly freaked out.
Rick gonna go ahead and use all these bombs.
You got it.
Beautiful bomb room there, and there is the bow. Rick's gonna be on his way to 9. He's already mapped out level 9. He knows exactly where he has to go. He knows where Ganon is. He knows where Zelda is. It's just gonna be a case of, can he kill the pig? Can he get that 15-hit wood sword stun lock? And can he make bacon skewers? Dark also back where he needs to be as well. Yeah.
Indeed.
Also, Boletta, no, I have not counted the deaths yet because I did not have 3 hours to sit down and rewatch The Seed.
There were a lot of deaths.
There were a lot of deaths.
Well, I know I ended with 38, but that was after
4 crashes.
That wasn't including like the death that caused my freeze up and after I killed Ganon and the one crash and the other 2 freezes. So yeah.
Oh, Dark's in the Wizard.
Oh, I will definitely let everyone know how many deaths I took total. But I do know for a fact that I had 4 crashes or soft locks. So there's at least 4 for me, and then I have to count Tejas too.
Yep, and there is Dark with the bow as well, so he's also going to be making his way into level 9. So both of our runners left here on stream going to be heading into level 9. Rick absolutely going to have the advantage here. Rick going to finish before Dark, absolutely no doubt here. So I guess the next thing is Chammy and or Nora. Any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints you would like to file with Krim?
I am very disappointed that you have a custom Onion Knight sprite, but you didn't customize Ganon to be like, I don't know, Cloud of Darkness or Chaos or something.
So, I will say that I have not worked on my sprites for a while. I actually, if I would have had more time this week, I would have actually used the Lutra stuff that you created and created a Lutra sprite with it and fought a giant Swedish fish. But no, I may get back into editing. The problem with the Ganon is there is a bunch of sprites and they are all scattered around. So it's actually much harder to piece Ganon together than it is anything else.
That makes sense.
Says the man who created a giant banana Ganon to fight.
Yes, and also King Dedede.
That is true, DD. But Rick did get the beautiful 15-hit stun lock there, and did not find Zelda, has found himself Ganon, and Chaos is returning to Hyrule up there in our upper right-hand corner. Rick going to go ahead, and next going to be a 10th place finish for Rick with a time of 1 hour, 4 minutes, 36 seconds. As we were talking to Krim, we did have a bunch of finishers. Dr. J, PhD, in 4th with 56.19. Fury SK in 5th, 57.24. Mr. Dunlow in 6th with 59.51. Captain Green 7 with a time of 1 hour, 29 seconds. Chess Jerk in 8th with 101.49. And Fred Coughlin, the creator of the randomizer, in 9th with 103.23. And that Discord thing that you may or may not have heard, but I definitely did, tells us that Adirondack Rick has joined us. GG, friend, how are you doing?
Why did that room have to have the bow?
I have the same thought.
Because I was supposed to play this.
Yeah.
Before you get to talk to Rick, I am going to jump out here. So I want to say thanks, guys, for doing commentary. Thanks, everyone, for this whole past couple weeks celebrating OPT's life. The amount of money that was raised and everything else has been truly astonishing. And I know we've all made OPT very, very proud. So thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Being able to call OPT my friend, I am so thankful for everything everyone's done. So thank you, Tej, Nora, Chammy, for being in the booth calling this, and CD for doing the tracking, and Speed Game for putting this on. So I just want to say thank you all again, and take care, everyone.
Thank you, Krim.
Great. Thank you very much.
And before we get to our Rick interview here, Dark did get himself Wall Master in level 9, but that did allow him to find the easy path to the kidnap here. He's also going to be going after Ganon and playing as the Wizrobe Sprite. Now it's just a matter of finding himself where Zelda is going to be to make the bacon that we're here for. But Rick, to answer your question, why did that room have to have the bow? Because it wouldn't be a fitting tribute to our friend if there wasn't some sort of troll in the scene.
I thought the troll was just to dig 9 to get 2 heart containers.
You did that to yourself.
Yeah.
Well, 9 was open.
It
He
was
gave me
open.
the silvers as a free item.
Yeah, no, I don't hate the. I mean, I don't hate the play at all. I mean, it's the right call in that situation. I absolutely agree. It just, sometimes you get unlucky.
Yeah, well, that's what you could say about that bow placement there in 6. Why did that one room, have to have the bow? And how are you supposed to even deal with that room when you don't have any defense?
What do you mean you don't have any defense? You had the red ring from like 6 minutes in.
You got it first.
Yes, well, 6 hits to blue Wizrobes hurt when there are 8 of them.
I mean, you're not sure. And the answer to that question is because it's the same type of room that had our ladder last night in the crowd control. So it's only fair that everybody got to experience that, and not just myself and Krim.
Well, that's true. It's just, and I completely dismissed that room too because combat too hard. Even though I could have gone that white sword, I mean, I did that to myself too. But
yep, that was going to be the next question I was going to ask: is why didn't you go back and get it?
Why get the white sword? I know where Ganon is. I know where Zelda is. Nothing's gonna stop me now. Oh, hi, blue Wizrobes.
Yeah. Party of blue Wizrobes for Mr. Adirondack Rick here.
Wizrobe, party of 8. Your Gorilla is waiting.
They always do the wave at every party.
So that little Wizrobe snafu aside, how did you enjoy playing it?
It just, it was unfortunate. Like, I really was hoping to get something good out of that level 9 by going through it as early as I did, and I knew once I got the first item I should have gotten out. I should have left, but no, what if that's the bow and I'm going to spend the rest of my eternity trying to find it in level 5 or level 8 or level 3? Oh, hi, ladder.
Yeah, the ladder was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was nice. I guess really is just more of I should have had a little bit better care in that room, but I didn't, and as a result, it just... I can see how the top finishes did this here. It's just, I got taken aback by the open 9 that could have had important items inside, and thought, okay, that's the worthwhile play. Here we go. Let's find the bow in here.
Well, here we go is correct, because your timing couldn't be better, as Dark has stumbled across Ganon, or in this case, the giant Zelda sprite. So we are going to be getting our third helping of bacon here momentarily on the restream.
He's not even trying for the stunlock. He's just trying to kind of be super accurate, and he is.
Sometimes Ganon doesn't agree with you with the stun lock, and sometimes, one thing to note is we always talk about getting the stun lock and standing over to the left or the right side, but knowing that Ganon moves in a figure eight pattern, sometimes you can do exactly what Dark did, and basically, to steal a turn from Zelda 2, do a little panic dolphin where you flutter back and forth between the two, and that's pretty much what Dark was doing. Stab, oh, not there, turn around, stab, know where the pattern's going to be, and you're not fully getting a stun lock, but you're basically RNG looping where Ganon's going to be, so it's the same concept, really.
And it worked out really well for him, too.
Yeah, absolutely, and that is going to be it for Dark Falls. We did have a couple other finishes between that. Leslie Pro 04 finishing in 11th place, the time of 1 hour, 6 minutes, 34 seconds. Tom J finishing in 12th place, the time of 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 46 seconds. And of course, our finisher on stream, Dark Falls, in 13th place, with a time of 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 43 seconds. So, Nora, Chammy, any other questions for our friend Adirondack Rick here?
No, I think I'm good.
Yeah, I don't have anything to ask either. Honestly, I was very impressed by your mapping of 9. So I'm actually a little bit saddened that you didn't get rewarded for your efforts.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that 9, and of course it was unfortunate the second item was behind the last 4 rooms I even had in that level 9. I found all 14 staircases. Thank you, game.
You found every room in that level 9.
Pretty much.
I mean, at least it's a level 9 that you know what it's going to look like. It is the skull. So actually, that is the final question I want to ask before we let you go here. We normally tend to play a lot more with shapes here when we do a lot of these things. So how weird was it going back to vanilla First Quest dungeons?
The interesting thing with regards to the hidden dungeon numbers is the mystery of trying to figure out what dungeon you're in. Like for the level 4 that I stumbled upon with the red ring in there, it's like, is this no, this can't be 2. This can't be, and it's just kind of interesting just how the mind process it actually would work.
Makes total sense, and we are also joined in here by Dark Falls, Dark GG friend.
Thank you, sir, and GG Nora, Rick, sorry.
Yeah, GG's to you as well.
So to piggyback what I heard you when I came in, that level 4, I was dead set that was 6, so I was very confused at first. And then I found it was 4.
Yeah, no, you went in for a little bit because you were there super early, picked up the inferior boomerang, which we can have a talk about that later. But then you went back in later, found the red ring, and then went back in a third time because did you forget you had the boomerang?
I did, yeah. I was confused, but what happened was when I marked it, I had marked the boomerang in level 6, but when I found it was 4, I never swapped it over.
I gotcha. So I'll ask you the same thing we've asked Rick and we asked Prim. How about that bow location?
Yeah, I knew it was either there in 3. That's why I had it down to. And then I was like, okay, well, right next to 6, I know what room I have to clear. I might as well just go there and do it. But yeah, that was the last room I had in that level 6.
Yeah, no, that was definitely a thing. But hey, you cleared most of all the other dungeons.
Yeah, I have 1 item left in 7, and I have 1 item left in 3.
Red candle and heart container. If you would like to know, red candle in 3, 7 had another heart container, 9 was double heart.
I liked how I had 13 hearts. That was fun.
Yeah, 13 hearts, 13th place. It all worked out good.
You are very healthy.
Again, I'll pose to Nora and Chammy. Any questions you want to ask?
See, this was one of those scenes where I knew that Nora was in the box because we couldn't find the bow.
Yes.
Yeah, I was supposed to race in this, and I'm sitting here looking at that blue wizard room going, I made the right choice.
Well, it would have been
We'd still
amusing
be looking
to
for it.
observe.
Yes, but let's be honest, Nora. Had you been on screen, as soon as we saw that room, we all would have said that's where it was.
Including myself.
No, TG, when that bow appeared in that room, what your answer would be is, well, we better grab some beverages. We're going to be here for 3 hours.
Oh yeah, I absolutely would have left, gone, and grabbed a can of soda and put it up to the mic and had the. Yep, that's what you're gonna need now, everybody.
So, Dark, how did you feel when you realized that level 6 still had something waiting for you? Because you left early. You said because you thought that was level 4?
Other way around, he thought 4 was 6.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I thought 4 or 6. I had left what I thought was what was level 6 now. I thought that was 4. I had those two swapped. But when I left the first time, it was just mostly because of combat.
Okay.
I wanted to go back because it was a Dark Knight Wizard set.
Yeah,
Once I had the wand and the red ring, combat really wasn't an issue at that point.
No, but you can have wand, red ring, white sword, all you want. Dark Knights and Wizard robes are still awful.
Indeed.
So yeah, anything else? Like I said, I don't have anything else. Nora or Chammy, anything else before we wrap this up tonight?
Nothing here.
So I do have one thing I can announce at this point, that Makin' Bacon 2 will be submitted shortly for the Battle Royales. So if you're interested in this type of flag set, be looking for them. I'm putting the flags together right now.
And to get into all the Battle Royals, just go ahead and head to the Zelda 1 Randomizer Discord. There is a set there for the Battle Royales. Once it gets posted, all you have to do is say you're interested, sign up, and whoever is organizing the Battle Royale will talk with everybody, set up a date, and figure out how it goes from there. But you can head right over to the Zelda 1 Randomizer Discord to figure all of that out. But with that, I want to thank everybody for coming out, not just for this celebration, but for all the stuff that has happened, not just throughout the week, but throughout the past couple of weeks here to honor the life of our friend OPTLawyer. But this week especially has been absolutely insane. We did the first of these 2 tribute races back on Wednesday, which would have been his 40th birthday. The seed number tonight was the date that he passed, 11/03/2021, if anybody wants to play this later. But to see the crowd control that Crimson Avix and I did last night for Nami in OPT's name, and to see the outpouring of support tonight, and to see the outpouring of support that everybody has shown over the past month is truly amazing to me. And like Crim said, absolutely honored and privileged to have known OPT and to have been able to call him a friend.
Likewise. And yeah, the amount of support that everybody's been showing and the money that's been raised for Nami, and just like the amount of love that's just been so openly given, I think is absolutely beautiful and just touches all of our hearts. And likewise, I'm very honored to have known OPT and to be able to do this in memory of him.
I do want to share one OPT story, if I may.
Absolutely, go right ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So I was privileged to know OBT in real life, as I know Nora and Tej and Chamwar, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the first time I met OBT in person, I'm a handshaker. I went to give him a handshake, and he smacked my hand away and gave me a giant hug, and that was my first impression of him.
I remember this. I was there.
That's what he does.
Yep.
Did. He was a hugger.
Yep.
And he was one of the best people I know, and I'm
Yep.
sad he's gone, but hey.
Absolutely.
So again, just thank everybody so much for coming out and showing your support. And normally I would end this with the keep hailing, but I don't think that's appropriate tonight. So on behalf of everybody behind the scenes at Speed Gaming who helped us put this on behalf of our runners, Adirondack Rick, and the rest of the Bay City Chronicles crew, myself, Chameleon Ice, Norestra, Dark Falls, and Crimson Avix, Thank you guys so much for watching, and hashtag OtterStrong.